Well, hello there, Scorpio. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about March. March is going to have 4 columns and one for each week. And we're going to have 3 rows as per usual, which is going to be where you are, what's blocking you, what your solution is. And then, of course, I have some guiding messages for us and other things. But let us go ahead and light the candle to get those good energies flowing for us, all right? And I'll tell you a little bit about this candle. This candle here is Patty Wax Apothecaries Tobacco and Patchouli. It is the same one we used last month, but ta-da! I'm here right now and I'm using it again. Ta-da! All right, I'm still in Louisiana. I just found a quieter room, haha, in the place where I'm staying. So it's much nicer here and I like it very much. So let's go ahead and get into some of the messages from my better angels. For the month of March, we are going to do some self-care, all right? So that might mean a new diet, a new exercise routine, or it could even mean just meditation or journaling that we're getting into. We're going to go back to whatever we used to do, right? And so it's going to be a little, we're just going to go back to the beginning of what we used to do. It won't be very exciting and we'll be a little bored with it pretty quick. But the fact is we're trying to create the rhythm and the scheduling and all that good stuff where we create a routine again of showing up, doing the thing, and getting it done, okay? So we need to do what's boring first for just like the first couple of weeks, and then we'll add a little spice at the end, okay? So bear with me and get on to it, okay? Don't hold yourself back from potentially feeling better, okay? Because whatever the self-care is going to help you feel so much better when you get into this proper routine and it all works very well, okay? Nice. So the other message from my better angels is that it's time for us to, number one, embrace truly what we did in February, which was create a nice safe space for ourselves within our place where we weren't really focused on the outside world and what was going on out there. And now here we are, we're like, okay, I'm in my little bubble and I'm doing my little thing. Cool. Now you got to put one ear out. Boink. We want to listen up. We want to listen up out there and hear what's happening. Okay? Because people I'm getting a vibe that some of us are going to be having people try and slip things through. We need to pay attention to what's going on. Okay? So, as we're listening, we will take it in this outside information. We'll put it through the filters, figuring out what's ours, what's not ours, and how we can handle that. And then, if it's not ours, we're going to not throw it back. We're going to keep it around long enough to process it and understand what other people are going through, okay? We need to be able to empathize without people outside our bubble. We have friends, we have family, we have other folks in our world who are going through things, and we need to be able to empathize with what they're going through, all right? So we need to be able to hear that, okay? Cool. So with that being said, let us go ahead and get you a guiding card for the month, all right? I have this beautiful deck right here. It is the Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle. It's all the decks are pre-programmed for you, so don't be alarmed. Let us find one for you, Scorpio. We will reference this card every week. This is the one. All right. Cool. So I'm going to set these cards aside and let us see what we have. Ooh, harmony. Harmony. Isn't that nice? Boink. That is all about you singing the right songs and having a good time. So harmony. This speaks to our communication skills, being cooperative. It speaks to being of really wanting to stay in a place of cooperation. When you make a proper harmony, you're singing along with somebody else, and they are indeed hearing and understanding our song, and now you're understanding their song too, which I really like, because when you guys are experiencing each other's song at the same time, things get really interesting, okay? You guys create something new, because when you sing together, it becomes beautiful. Yes, I know I'm going very literal in that moment, but This could be how we do relationships, creating a better harmony within that, or even looking for harmony at work by sharing your ideas and taking on somebody else's ideas and adding them together, mixing them together a little bit and making sure that we come up with something that's different than what you wanted and different what they wanted, but a little bit of both, and yet quite beautiful and lovely. So there's a lot to be said for harmony in all the different ways that it can manifest in personal relationships, in business relationships, in friendly relationships, becoming clear and understanding other people in a different way, and not having it have to be all you all the time. That is a beautiful thing and well worth learning, and I think it will be beneficial in a big way this month. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and put this card down right here. We're going to have that and reference it every week this month. But let's go ahead and get into the full reading of the overview, all right? So this deck here is the Light Seers Tarot. We have been playing with it for the last couple of months. I really like it, and I think you will too. It's got a lot of good juju in it. And the images are delightful. So we have the first row is where we are, and the second row is what's blocking us, and the third row is our solution, all right? So, and each column represents 1 week. So excellent. Let us talk first about the 2nd through the 8th. Remember that we are going to come back to this week and go in depth at the end of this video. So we'll go through all of them, and then I'll set these ones aside, and we'll go ahead and go in deep on this first week, okay? So March 2nd through the 8th, we have the 3 of Cups. Oh, beautiful. We're having a celebration. I love it that you're celebrating. That is great news. That means there's good news in your world right now. You're having a moment of grace and joy and happiness. So embrace the moment. Take pictures and remember it, okay? Because yeah, it's a good thing to hang on to that stuff. It will help you stay, it'll be a thing you can go back to and remember, okay? It will help a lot. Now we have the Ace of Cups is what's blocking you. So the gift of love is not going to be available. This is not like a new relationship won't be happening right now. New baby is probably not happening right now. Nobody you know is having new babies right now. No new pets coming into your life. That's okay. So when the Ace of Cups is blocked, it's not always a tragedy. Sometimes it's just kind of like, oh, okay, cool, moving on. And that's kind of what I'm feeling right now is it's just, this isn't like a big, huge ordeal. This is just a moment where you're like, okay, this is one thing I don't have to worry about this week. Okay, cool. Perfect. The Gift of Cups can also, the Ace of Cups can also be more of a thing, more added responsibility at some point. So think that through. But at this point, having it blocked may not be a bad thing, all right? So you're celebrating over here. There's no new big stuff happening there. But Temperance has shown up as your solution. And it's talking about you remembering the big dumb lie, which is that there's always enough, okay? We live a life, when we're born, we're told the big dumb lie, which there's never enough, right? Not enough food, water, love, sex, joy, money, water, everything. So we're told, so we run around our whole lives trying to fill that hole with stuff, buying things to fill the hole and make ourselves feel better. And that is the big dumb lie. So that's living a life of lack and trying to fix it by getting more stuff. Now, if we change our minds and step into the truth, which is there's always enough, you'll have everything you need and nothing more. And that's okay. We don't need more of anything, really. So when we get into this place, we're into this spot and we're going, okay, now we've told ourselves over and over and over again that there's always enough. And we're living in a place of abundance. And everything just comes to us. Whatever you need will come to you more easily, more inexpensively, and with great joy. So great, excellent. So you're living a place of abundance after having a wonderful gathering with people and friends. This is great. There was a celebration, and now you're in a place of abundance. Yay, perfect. I love that for you. So that is just the first week of March. So we're going to move on to the 9th through the 15th. Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is about having enough money to take care of yourself and a little bit extra. So yeah, it's working. Perfect. I love that there's an infinity behind the Pentacles in this photo or this drawing. It's beautiful, and it really speaks to how everything just comes and flows very easily now. So allow that flow to permeate your life, and it will be very good for you. Who's blocking you? Yes, the King of Pentacles is showing up because he sees this happening, and he's like, what? What's going on? Why is it so easy for you to manifest this money? I worked really hard, and that's how I got all my money. That's why I'm so scroogey about my spending, because I always assume there's never going to be enough. Listen to the lesson there. He gets very scroogey when he has money and acts as though he doesn't have any money, and he never has enough, okay? So when you start to live a life of abundance, you can spend a little here and spend a little there and take good care of yourself, because you know that you'll have what you need when you need it, all right? And that is how that works. So the King of Pentacles is going to be around trying to block you and tell you you're doing it wrong, you're spending all the money, because he lived a life of lack, and that's his whole story, is the life of lack. So he's not learned about living in abundance. So you can either try and teach him, but he's blocking you, or you can not worry about it. Oh, but look here, the Six of Wands is showing me that, yeah, maybe it's time for you to try and teach him. So the Six of Wands is always about sharing your ideas and about leading yourself to victory. And this is an awesome opportunity for you to stand in the spotlight and help maybe this guy who's trying to block you into hearing and understanding how abundance really works. We'll see if he's open to it, right? But you can share your ideas with other people as you go. If people see you doing what you're doing, you can share what's going on, and it will be beautiful, right? All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the 16th through the 22nd. Ooh, the Four of Cups. The foundation of your heart is getting stronger. Everything about you is starting to trust yourself and feel more comfortable in who you are and what's going on. You're feeling like, oh man, things are flowing. I'm feeling very much so comfortable in what's going on. I get this. I feel better now. So yeah, remember, this is also, you've done your first 2 weeks of self-care, and now you're adding a little spice. So this is great. You're adding a little spice, but at the same time, you're feeling very comfortable in what you're doing to help yourself move forward, all right? Now then, what's blocking you this particular week? Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is about new information coming to you that will kind of cause you to feel some icky or frustration or irritation. It might be a little bit shocking. So whatever this information is, realize that it's there to shock you a little bit and surprise you and maybe make you feel some sadness, okay? So appreciate the information for what it is, but don't let it stop you, okay? Don't let the information win. I don't want you to be blocked because of this information comes through. I want you to realize that it's empowering information, and it may or may not be useful to share this information with other people. It may be that you sharing this information with other people will know that you're now weakened or something, and they might take advantage of you. So I don't want you to show up as weakened to other people. So don't share the information. Yeah, be careful with that stuff. It's nobody else's business what this shocking information was, okay? Take a deep breath. Go sit by yourself if you need to process the information before you step out again, because I don't want you to have it on your sleeve or come out of the situation of hearing this and here you were very comfortable and happy and all that, and now you'd come out the walking wounded, and we don't want that, because you know, those are the ones that get eaten first in a herd, right? The walking wounded. So just be careful, okay? Don't let that happen. Your solution is using your better judgment. You may find certain people that you can share your information with, and that they will hear you, they will understand you, they will understand your story. Keep that a small group, okay? Keep your crowd very small. Maybe we're talking siblings or whatever, other people who aren't really affected by what's happening, but you can then share it out and be aware that it's what's going on, okay? Deal with this. It feels a little like grief in some ways. So for some of you, it might be a surprise loss. So be cautious and careful how you handle it and understand what that is. And your solution is going to be using your better judgment on who you share it with, if you choose to share it with anyone at all, because you probably shouldn't. Just saying. Okay. But what's beautiful is the very next week, the final week of March, 23rd through the 29th, your personal routines are helping you and getting you stronger and safer. And you're the King of Wands now. The King of Wands, a very strong, stable human being who is super, super squared away. He turned his back on a lion, which is to say, I am so self-secure. I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. I don't have any concerns about anything behind me. I am so strong. I can handle anything. Talk about confidence. Woo! So I see this also as you've come through this little surprise package over here. Use your better judgment, and now you're more secure than you ever have been before, okay? This is beautiful. I love this for you. This is you coming out of that stronger than ever before. People thought they might shake you and rattle you, but no, you're like, nope, I got that, whatever, moving on. So indeed, this is also a blocking card, and it's telling me that this is the star, telling me that you're not done working yet. You're about to get into some serious work. You will have to do the labor and make it happen. Interesting to have that show up because it's important for you to be aware that there may be stuff that you need to do to get things done, all right? So you're blocked from taking time off, all right? Well, and then the Empress shows up to say, but wait, even while you're working, you can put your energy out in the universe and have your wishes fulfilled, meaning that things will come to you more easily as part of your solution, because you're going to walk with confidence saying, hey, I told the universe what I need and what will help me get through this situation, and now I'm just going to walk with confidence that it's going to show up as needed, and it will. And then you'll use that stuff that comes to you, that could be physical stuff, could be a pile of lumber, whatever you tell the universe that you need, and it will show up, and you will then be able to use it to your best advantage because you do have to do physical labor in the process, but it's awesome. You've manifested all the things you need to make this happen, all right? Super cool, Scorpio. Well done. I really am excited to see how this plays out. Let's see what's coming up. All right. Let's go ahead and go in depth on the 2nd through the 8th right here. All right. And I have this pre-programmed deck. This is the Magical Nordic Tarot. We've been using it for several months now. I think it's a pretty good deck. It's got great images. I like it very much. So let's talk about the 2nd through the 8th. We were talking about a celebration. Ha-ha. So there's a nice party going on. We are celebrating what's going on around us. We have had a success of some sort, and we are letting our hair down and going to enjoy that moment, all right? So that is fun. Don't go too far, all right? This is the Devil card showing me that you might go too far. You might drink too much. You might just really sabotage yourself, miss the alarm, be at work late, miss the big moment that you were celebrating the possibility of happening tomorrow, right? Okay, everybody show up on time and we'll get this thing going on. Let's celebrate that we're ready. Ha-ha. Okay, now you've celebrated you're ready, but don't sabotage yourself and show up late, okay? So this is good news. We want to be careful and cautious. Have a beverage with your friends, celebrate like that, and then have nachos, right? And then go home. Go to bed early or go to bed on time, and you'll be ready to go Don't sabotage anything. Don't say the wrong thing during the party. Yes, try not to sabotage yourself at the party by saying the wrong thing, because sometimes we do. We get a little loose with our lips, and we definitely sink ships. So be careful with that. We don't want to, and it isn't that we're trying to keep secrets per se, but sometimes we just get a little too free with our opinions, and we don't want to do that. The Queen of Swords has got her eye on you. She is very particular about every little darn thing. She is the white glove treatment lady. She is intense, okay? Everything must go her way, and everything should be on point about that. And if it's not, she's going to let you know. So be aware and pay attention. So it's really, really critical that you don't sabotage yourself and that you don't party too hard and that you are on time to work. All of those things are truly important. Maybe celebrate with a cupcake and a sherry, right? There was an old-timey thing where people drank this stuff called sherry. It's an interesting little wine. It comes in a little glass. But anyway, enough said. But I'm saying go moderate on your party so that you can celebrate afterward, okay? Perfect. So definitely the Queen of Swords is going to be watching you like a hawk to make sure you're exactly where you need to be when you need to be there. She's going to be very tough to please. So just be aware of that, okay? Now we have the Ace of Cups. No gifts coming your way of love or joy or happiness at the moment. Things are kind of like, okay, right now we're focused in on what's happening. There's no new responsibilities from pets or other things like that. But you're also not in a position to take back your power in a situation. If you delegated something to someone else, you can't take it back now. It's stuck there. So let that be what it is. And know that this is not a karmic lesson for you, okay? This is just something that's going on. You need to just keep an eye on yourself. You have forewarning now to stay on top of the situation and not overindulge outside of work. This could even be a party of one. So if you aren't with people and you're overindulging in some way and getting yourself into trouble, set your freaking alarm early before you start partying, and then you'll have an alarm that goes off on time. No matter what state you're in, you'll at least hopefully get up, okay? On time. So let's go ahead and talk one more time, we'll talk about temperance again. For the solution to the problem is that there's always enough. There will always be enough, right? So if you're concerned that, there will be enough time to party later, don't worry about it. You don't got to do anything like that. She's going to try really hard to make things difficult for you, and you'll have everything you need to take care of whatever you need to. And of course, don't sabotage yourself, okay? Don't overdo anything. You don't need to overdo anything right now because you are right here, right now, handling your business, okay? Cool. So we also have the Star card showing us that the hardest work is already over. So you've done all the hard work already. You can now take a break and be open to what's happening and how the results are. You just show up, turn things on, and you're ready to go. So you've done all the hard work. There's always enough time for every little thing. I feel like you did a setup for some situation that was very intense and everything is ready to go. All you got to do is turn on the lights and you're ready because you did all the hard work already. So appreciate that. Know that you still have enough time if there's that one extra project that's going to come up, like, oh no, we have to hang one more curtain over yonder to make this one little area disappear. Poof. You're going to have time. You're going to have everything you need, and it's going to be great, okay? You're going to work it out, and it'll be perfect, okay? Now, the sun. The sun is here to show that you will be in the beginning of this process. So whatever you're working on at this time, this is a brand new beginning. So there will be unknowns. There will be things that you don't know. Maybe you've created all this stuff and everything is set up, but now we have to create what in some industries are called cues, right? Where we're like, okay, let's put all these lights on for this cue, and then we'll turn them all off and we'll put on these lights for this cue. So like at a concert, when there's like the guitar solo, we have a special light that goes on for the guitar solo. And then when it's just the singer singing, it's just this light going on for this guy, right? So those would be light cues. And I don't know why I'm getting that, but it's about us not having all the answers, but it's normal. It's normal for you to walk into this situation, not have all the answers, and for you to be in a situation where you have to learn what you need. And so you're like, okay, I'm ready. Let's go ahead. Let's build this cue. Let's build this situation. Let's build what I need to know. Bump, bump, bump. So you build different looks, right? Whether it's you go on stage and you put different tables and chairs together, and then you turn lights on for that, and you're like, okay, this is one look. All right, cool. So we're going to store it, record it, and then we set it aside and we decide when we want it. And then we're learning when we turn that on and when we turn that off. And then what we put in that place. And how long do we have in between? And how much, yeah. So this is all the stuff that we're learning and all the stuff that we're putting together. So, and that is for one particular kind of a job. But in a paperwork situation, it would be like, okay, so now we're learning about the kind of paperwork we need for this and what I need to learn for that. I have the program all figured out, cool, and I have stacks of paper. So which ones do I need for either like new renters? Which stacks of paper do I need for that? Okay, so you're pulling in pieces of paper for that pile and creating a file of that. And now, which ones do I need for exiting? Okay, these are the ones for people who are leaving. Okay, cool. And then you're creating new packets for each individual, and you just need new information. You need actual direction, but you have everything you need. Everything is ready to go. You've already done all that stuff. So now it's just a matter of asking the questions, getting the answers, and creating what you need to create. You are so spot on ready, Scorpio. I love this. Okay, so let's get you a message from the Cosmic Oracle. Yes, here we go. A message from the cosmos. What do we got? That's the one. Okay, so let us set these aside and see what your message is. We have make time to play, have fun, and be free. Ha ha. So, right? It looks like you're starting the week out right. You're starting out with play. You're making time for it. And that's pretty good. So it's good, just don't overdo it, okay? Excellent. We're going to go ahead and set that one right there. And I'm going to go ahead and get you a pocket full of rocks. Okay. What do we need, Scorpio? All right. We have serpentine. We have ruby. And we have black amethyst. Okay, so serpentine is a 3rd chakra stone. And it's about taking our emotional, our memory, and our memories of past experiences and our feelings and emotions that go with all those past experiences that are all stored, at least I was taught they were stored in our 3rd chakra. So all those things are there, and little by little they just bubble up. They just sometimes come up out of the blue when we aren't expecting them. And you have serpentine here now to help you heal those things in a very buttery, gentle way. So I love that. You are not using a sledgehammer to work on those feelings and emotions that come up. You're going to use a gentle hand. You're going to be very kind to yourself as well as others while you're working through this information, okay? Good for you. And a ruby is here. It's a heart stone. This is a very yummy heart stone. It's a very down-to-earth heart stone, so it's also got some heat to it, so it's a little, it's got its own spice. So if you're in a relationship, there's going to be you needing to maintain your understanding of your connection with a little extra spice. Hey, you do you, boo. But I like that very much. There's going to be a more deep connection, heart to heart, when you talk to your partner, okay? So that's cool. I like that for you. It's a good thing for Scorpio specifically to connect on a heart-to-heart level, all right? Cool. And now we have the black amethyst, which is a beautiful stone for your 6th chakra, which is your 3rd eye, and it's helping you see for yourself where you fit on the globe, what your impact is on the global scale, so that if you When you see yourself on the global scale, you'll be able to see just how small the problems that we worry about all the time are on the global scale. So we don't have to worry so much. We tend to worry a lot, and when we see ourselves on the global scale, we start to see how small the problem truly is, and we relieve ourselves of some stress, okay? That's a good thing. We're going to go ahead and set these stones down right here. Scorpio, you don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to, but if you do want to carry them, comment below. Let me know what you do and then how they're working for you. Come back on Wednesday and let me know how they're working for you, okay? I'd love to have a conversation with you about that. And if you want to carry something else, please let me know in the comments below what you're carrying. And of course, come back on Wednesday and let me know how they're working for you. We'll have that conversation and we'll make adjustments if we need to, all right? Excellent. Once again, if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it. It helps my little baby channel grow, and it's completely free. So whatever you want to do there, I appreciate every little bit of it, and I would love to see you come back next week when I'm talking about the 9th through the 15th. I will see you then. Thank you.